In this video, I'll be discussing the Will Trent Season 5 finale, including the major deaths, shocking moments, and what we can expect from next season's storyline. So let's get into it. The tragic death of Seth. Was it really necessary for Seth to die? At some point, I expected the showrunners to eventually separate Seth and Angie so that Will and Angie could be the endgame. But honestly, I thought they would go with something like a divorce or breakup, not a tragic accident. At the very least, they could have let Seth and Angie spend some more time together after the baby was born and given them a few happy moments before killing him off. Overall, his death was genuinely shocking. At first, I didn't like the idea of Angie and Seth together, but as the seasons progressed, I started really enjoy the relationship. It felt healthy and was happy for Angie because she finally had some stability and happiness in her life. Personally, I actually wanted them to be the end game. Was killing Amanda necessary? Amanda's death felt very sudden and honestly unnecessary. The fact that she was killed by a random Adelaide follower made the moment feel even weaker. If the writers really wanted to end her character, they could have done it back in the previous season when she got shot. That would have been far more emotional and impactful. Speaking of Adelaide, I feel like her storyline started with a lot of potential, but the payoff at the end was disappointing. The way they caught her and how everything wrapped up felt rushed. Honestly, I think killing Will's uncle Antonio instead of Amanda would have been made more sense for the story. I really loved Amanda and Will's relationship, and I genuinely thought she would remain part of the show until the very end. Will and Angie finally becoming endgame? I think most fans always expected Will and Angie to eventually end up together. But surprisingly, I didn't mind the idea of Angie and Seth being the endgame, while Will moved on with someone new, maybe Ava Green or another character introduced later. I really liked how the finale handled everything after Seth's death. Will stepped up and helped with the baby, while Angie struggled with postpartum depression and grief after losing her husband. A few months later, we see Angie finally recovering and able to hold her baby, and now both Will and Angie are back at work. I'm actually glad the writers showed this progression within the finale itself, instead of dragging it into the next season. In the next season, I would love to see more scenes with Nico, Will, Angie, and baby together as a little family. I think those wholesome moments could be really sweet. Will and Onward's partnership. The temporary exchange program was unexpected, with Onward joining the GBI and Faith working with APD for a few weeks. But honestly, I'm really excited to see the partnership between Will and Onward. Their personalities are so different, and I think watching them solve cases together could be really interesting. I'm also interested to see how Faith fits into the APD team dynamic. The human trafficking case. The human trafficking storyline is honestly much more interesting than the Adeline plot. We already know there are a lot of powerful people involved, and that creepy warning at the end makes the stakes feel much bigger heading into the next season. I also have a theory. I think the new deputy director replacing Amanda could secretly be connected to the trafficking organization. That's just my guess, but it would definitely create an interesting twist. Overall, I'm really excited to see how the story unfolds, and I'm looking forward to the next season. What did you guys think about the finale? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future recommendations. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.